today I'm going to be showing you guys how to play Dreams by Fleetwood Mac on the guitar. Huge shout out and thank you goes to my patrons for voting on this song as this month's patron picks. And here's a quick overview of everything I'll be covering in this tutorial today. And with that being said, let's go ahead and get started. Alright guys, so we only have 5 different chord shapes to play through this song, and we're going to go ahead and start with our G major, which looks like this and sounds like this. And by the way, if you don't know how to read these chord charts you're seeing on screen, I do cover how to do that in my free beginner course right here on YouTube, so make sure to check that out. The next chord is a variation of G, which is our G6. After that, we have our F major chord. But if you're somebody who struggles with bar chord shapes, you can actually replace this with your Fmaj7, which is our next chord shape. And then the last chord you need to know is our A minor. And those are the only 5 chords you need to know to play this song. So go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to memorize these chord shapes, as well as practice transitioning back and forth between them, because it will make learning the rest of the song so much easier for you. And if that's something that you're currently struggling with, I would suggest checking out my Practice With Me series, where we practice the skill in real time together. But with that being said, let's go ahead and talk a little bit more about the strumming. Alright guys, so like I always say, if you are brand new to learning guitar or you struggle with singing and playing at the same time, the first thing I would suggest doing is going through the whole song with a practice pattern, which is just a single down strum on every chord change. So here's a quick example of what that would look like. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Alright? So basically you would want to do that for the entire song and take a mental note of where all of those chords are changing. And this is actually something you can do right now if you check out my Patreon page. I do have this entire guide available to download and print out, so I'll make sure to leave that link in the description box down below. But once you've done that, we can talk a little bit more about a fuller strumming pattern. Alright guys, so the full strumming pattern I would recognize for this song, as you can see, is not that difficult. It's just down, down, up, down, up. So let's go ahead and zoom in and talk a little bit about this rhythm. Alright guys, so we are going to be in an 8th note strumming rhythm today. So basically you would count that like this. We have 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and down, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Alright? And you would basically take that pattern and play it one time through for every chord in the song. And the best thing about this is that you can use this strumming pattern to play through the entire song. So let's go ahead and take a look at the first verse as an example. You can see here we're just going between our F chord and our G chord back and forth for the entire verse. So on our F chord, you would play the strumming pattern once. Down, down, up, down, up. Then you go to your G chord, play it pattern once again. Down, down, up, down, up. And then you just go back and forth for the whole verse. F to G. And this would apply to all of the verses. Now here you go again, you say you want your freedom. Well, who am I to keep you down? And again, for the chorus, again, like I said, this strumming pattern can be used for the whole song, including the chorus. So the only difference here is instead of F and G, we're going to be going between our Fmaj7 and our G6. But the strumming pattern's the same. So on Fmaj7, we have down, down, up, down, up. To your G6 chord, down, down, up, down, up. Back and forth just like that. Fmaj7 to G6. All the choruses. Thunder only happens when it's raining. Players only love you when they're playing. Alright, and so basically basically that strumming pattern is just as simple as that. You can use it for the entire song, and I think it sounds really good. So again, go ahead and pause the video and take as much time as you need to really internalize this strumming pattern to the point where you're playing it so that you're not really thinking about the rhythm too much, and that'll make it so much easier for you to sing on top of it. But as much fun as it is to use strumming for this song, I did come up with a finger picking pattern that I also think sounds really good with it, so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about that. Hey, really quick! In addition to the printable guide we've been looking at, did you know I also offer customizable backing tracks, polls for what songs you want to learn next, and even video chats if you're having trouble? You can unlock all these perks and more if you become a patron, which helps me grow my channel and make more videos just like this one. Or if Patreon's not your thing, you can still help me out a lot by giving me a thumbs up and leaving a comment below to help me reach more people in YouTube's recommendations. It only takes a second but makes a huge difference. So thanks so much, and let's get back into it. Alright guys, let's go ahead and break down this picking pattern. First of all, if you don't know how to read the tab that you're seeing at the top of the screen, I would suggest checking out this video first. I made a fun little video that kind of goes through the basics of how to read guitar tabs, so check that out and then come back here. But basically this is going to be pretty simple. I want you to put your F chord shape down on your left hand, and what I want you to do with your right hand is your thumb is going to go on that bass string, that low E, and then your pointer, middle, and ring finger are going to cover the bottom three strings, the G, B, and E. Alright? So what you want to do is use your thumb to pick just the lowest string first, and then you want to come in with the other three, and then you want to do your thumb twice, and then come back in with the other three. Alright? So it sounds like this. You can hear how we're kind of mimicking that bass that you hear at the beginning of the song. So we have... So here's where we're going to make our transition into the G chord. So you're going to pick the bottom E string one more time, and then you're going to quickly switch to your G chord shape and then pick that low E again, except this time your middle finger will be on the 3rd fret. Okay, so it's a quick transition. And then once you make that transition, your right hand fingers are still the same. They're going to be on those bottom 3 strings. All right, and your thumb's on that low E, so we have... And then you come back with your thumb, play it twice, and then back to the top 3. All right, so we have G, and then you can see here the last note on this tab is an open E string. And the reason I have that is to give yourself some time to transition back into that F bar chord. So, and then you'd go back to F. And I only have this tab at the top of the screen one time through because basically what you would do is when you get to that open E at the end, you would just start back at the beginning of the tab and just do it all over again. So without stopping, we have F, G, back to F, to G. And so basically, if you did want to incorporate this picking pattern, I think that it sounds best for the intro as well as the verses. When I get to the choruses, I do still think it sounds better to do that strumming that we talked about earlier. So I would recommend just doing this picking for the verses. Alright guys, so again, pause the video and take as much time as you need to look over this tab and really get it under your belt. I think it's a lot of fun to play with the verses and then go back and forth between this and strumming. But however you want to play is up to you. So once you get back, we can put everything we learned together in this video to play through the song. 1, 2, 1, 2, ready, go. Want to have fun jamming out to the rest of this song with me? then make sure to check out my Patreon page where you can unlock access to this as well as all my other fast track and play along guitar tutorials. I'll make sure to leave a link in the description box down below. If you enjoyed learning this song with me, then you should definitely check out this video. Not only does it have a super similar vibe, but it's just as fun and easy to play